Good morning. I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but we are bracing for a winter storm, and now it looks like it's going to track even farther north into the valley. So some places that were looking to be in the clear, well, not so much anymore as this storm begins to take shape. So here's a look at our alerts for this one. Just this morning, we've been upgraded to a winter storm warning for those areas that were in a watch in red here. It includes southeastern North Dakota, back into Minnesota, Fargo, Moorhead included in this. And then because of that northward shift even more today, we're looking at Grand Forks now included in a winter storm watch. We're looking at some snow for you up in Grand Forks too. May not be as much as what we're dealing with in the south. Grant County added to the blizzard warning as well. So the farther south you go in the valley, the worse the conditions will get once this starts up. We may see some of this approach the southern valley tonight, and by southern I mean way in the southern part of the valley tonight, and then tomorrow will really be the day for it to build into the valley. And we'll take a look at that coming up in your hour by hour planner. So your temperatures are into the 20s, so we're below freezing. We're at 29 degrees in Fargo, it's 25 in Grand Forks, 30 in Wahpeton. The wind hasn't picked up just yet, though we do have some wind speeds into the teens. Winds are out of the east or out of the north, or a combination somewhere in between of the two. And you can see yesterday we had some active weather in South Dakota, and we continue to see that. It's turning over to snow overnight last night and continues to snow there and stretches down through Sioux Falls and back over into Iowa. That's going to just kind of stay put. So those places are really going to be dealing with that here in the South Dakota region. Eventually, though, it does start to lift northward tonight. So we'll get right to it here in your hour by hour planner. I'm starting things off at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Today, more of the same. We'll have some cloud cover. We'll have temperatures rising from below freezing into the upper 30s. So a cool day today, kind of a gloomy one. And the winds will gradually increase into tonight. So here's a look at what's happening this evening. You can see more of that snow and maybe a little bit of rain too on the initial part of this system as it lifts in. And little by little this tonight, late tonight, we're seeing this move into more of our southern valley viewing area. As we head into tomorrow, this is 7 a.m. now where I've paused the clock. You can see a band of some heavier snow, Wahpeton back over to Wadena and Ellendale, and this will just continue to creep northward from there through the day. So if things may be quiet for you in the morning and then they worsen through the day, especially the farther north you are, the slower, the longer it will take for this to get to you. Southern Valley, though, will be getting hit pretty hard by the time we get into the late morning and into the noon hour. Some pockets of heavier snow included in this, and we'll continue to watch this lift northward through the day. You can see pockets of purple and pink indicating a pretty heavy snowfall rate. Temperatures are very warm this time of year. There's a lot of moisture with this system, so it's going to be that heavy wet snow, which means perhaps blizzard conditions won't be as bad as they could be if this storm were happening in January or in December. But still, we're going to be looking at some blowing snow and reduced visibility, whiteout conditions likely especially closer to the low, so the farther south you happen to be, and just general miserable driving conditions because that snow is heavy and wet and slushy, and it will be heavy in totals too. Now, looking into the evening hours tomorrow night, this continues to spread northward, and it will stick around into Friday, especially Friday morning with the wind hanging around too. So here's a look at our snowfall potential. Higher amounts to the south, lesser amounts to the north. In this deep blue area here, that's the 6 to 12 inch range, and Fargo is in that range here. Farther south, we're looking at perhaps more than that, and then lesser amounts as you head north, more into the 3 to 6 inch range in Grand Forks. So something to keep in mind here is that this will be melting somewhat with temperatures above the 38 or the 32 degree mark, a high of 38. So some of that will be compacting. It could end up being a sloppy mess for a lot of us in the valley. Eventually, it does exit Friday, and we're warming right back into the 40s for Saturday and Sunday. So we're going to get rid of this pretty quickly. It's just going to be really tough to deal with while it is happening.
I think more mentally than anything else. Yeah. It just kind of weighs you down.
I know. We got used to spring being here, and yep. Mother Nature just said, just kidding.
Thank you, Lisa. Need to get around but don't feel like walking or driving? Stick around. We'll tell you just ahead how you can grab a bike from Bike Share.